Okay, well, I got 40 seconds before 4 a.m. Get a load of this indicator I found on the platform. It's called the EMA crossover signal. And I'm telling you what, a bell goes off. And look how it's calling every turning point here. The only problem I'm having is it's kind of eating up my account on spread a little bit. But so far, I'm going to give this thing the indicator of the year award. I set it to one period crosses the 2 moving average. So it's set it very tight, very here and now. Okay, so 5 seconds. Let's see if it gives me. There you go. It just said sell. Now here's the trick. You got to be ahead of the indicator. You got to place your order. The game is you got to get in before it tells you that it's a good signal. This way, you're taking the lag out of it. Got to get in before the signal. So we sold before the down arrow, just like we would have sold here. And then when we hear the alarm go off and we see the arrow, then we know it's time to stay in that trade. Okay, so we're early to the trade because we're ahead of the market because we're impatient. So getting in like this, as this is dropping down through my blue cloud, this actually, blue candles are down. Then here's your first bullish candle, and then you get filled here on a stop, say, right? Or you just bought this whole plunge zone here. Okay, now I'm getting killed. So small bar here would have a buy stop, sell stop, and you're trapped here. Here is the only bullish candle, a baby candle. So just still trying to build a robot that gets only in on baby candles, baby bars. Very difficult. Looking back, because this is a 5-minute chart. So you're only looking for a bar that's like 2 pips. See, this is actually kind of a big bar. But see, you can't, unless you're trading really big with zero spread, it's hard to make money just trading this move here. So I put a bunch of sell limits up here. If they stop me out, I'll be getting filled up here today. And then I think these last for 2 hours, these buy limits. And then just put a bunch of buy limits below. Because we could come all the way back below 18, but I'm selling all the way up into 19 today on the euro dollar. Today's plan. Oh yeah, and I'm selling up into this thing. Just put a bunch of sell stops in, sold the market. I think they trapped everybody here, right, on this 5-minute. Big smash up. So news has been out. I think news is coming out. I don't know. Just stop the hour. That's good enough for me. Okay, it's pretty much scalping this thing. Right from this trap, right on this 1 hour, didn't quite make it to the breakout point. And of course, my 1 period moving average crossover EMA signal alert told me to go long back here, but I think that the 1 minute chart, let's see, 1 minute chart, he told me to sell. Told me to buy here, but I want to be in before the buy on this bar here. On this small, we have a stop sitting here to go the other way. And then, of course, here's the genius moving average crossover telling us that it's time to sell, but we want to sell here. And we get in before that. Just like if we're going to buy, we'd have, if you sold here, you might have a trailing stop here for money management. Okay, we're waiting again for more things to happen. It's only been 10 minutes after the top of the hour. So I'm going to pull my buy limits out of here. Looks like we're going to smash down. So I have a closed ticket at the bottom. I'm going to take these limits out of the way, even though they're 1Ks. These are 2Ks, but just out of principle. Now, I do have buys that start below 117 here, or all the way back to this top. So this is the set it and forget it stuff here. I'm just going to come in here like a pig and lay all these in here, because I figure there's going to be all sorts of craziness today. Like, we could come all the way down to here or something. So just in case. Okay, so we're up a few bucks now. That's about it here. What, hit the pause button. Okay, I'm just going to scalp out of that and take my 300 bucks. Wait for a sell. Another punch into these highs here for a sell limit entry. So anything above, anything that's new, I'm going to sell it up here all day long here. And then I'll buy all day long, really down deep, just unbelievably beyond where you can even imagine it could go. There you go. So I'm up flat, I'm up, and waiting to get filled. We just got a signal from the robot, from the signal service, the EMA. I don't know if this is standard, but it's on here somehow. Somebody must have told me about this magical indicator once, and I was just like, yeah, that's definitely, that's what I need. EMA signal under E for EMA. EMA crossover signal right here. That is the shit. That's what the kids say. So it told me to buy back my short, and maybe it's wrong. Maybe it's going to keep tanking. We have a blue cloud on the 1 minute. So it's downtrend for the moment. Till further notice, selling all rallies in the blue. That's cloud trading for you. Really no, got a sell signal here. That's hippity tip top. Just switch time frames. So it's telling me to sell. Let's see if it's right. I got in before it. ATRs are brutal, so. All right, we're going for that big win. 50 pips we need, $500. So we're going to make it on the plunge, so we can take a nap. We're going on the plunge. So the thing is, you can scalp this stuff. You can load the wagon for, this is all of 5 pips here, right? So you could really trade the fuck out of this thing for 10 pips, 15. You know, you're right here. You got buy limits sitting right here, and maybe you don't get filled, so you put orders in here, a really dense pack, and then, bam. Or you sold here and you waited for this trend to go. So this is a different kind of style trading here. Is getting in here and just saying, oh well, you know, I'm in the cloud there, as opposed to buying this for this real quick dirty move, right? And then another quick dirty move down. There's a lot of quick and dirty moves in here. It's very, very rambunctious, very dangerous, very toxic to your in the like 15-minute guys are coming in now. So I'll go to the 15-minute chart, see if we get a signal. I don't know. Kind of hard to say. And they're just trapped in bullshit land here. So the range is too big to put in a stop order. So we just have limits above and limits below. Okay, looks like we're going to go down the tubes now. So here's what we could take a nap. We could just load the wagon down here for all this nonsense. So this strategy of just putting immensely deep orders. Now here's a 5K spread over here, 80 pips stop. This tells me everything I need to know about you. 80 pip stop, and we'll just start right here at this first stop hunt. Is this white bar right here. So just start laying these in and go have a beer right there. And these are logarithmic, so we're just going to go all the way down. This is when my broker kicked me out because I just started doing this. He shut down my account. Just having fun. Can a guy place some orders? What the hell's going on out there? Look at the same thing on the top side. Who doesn't want that thing to go screaming up into their orders while they're sleeping and come ripping back and swing trade that while you're snoozing? Okay. That's it. So we're locked and loaded. Okay, let the games begin. Let's see where we're at here. 10,078. Okay, I'm gonna put one sell stop in here. I'm anticipating the signal service. I want to get in, I want to get short before they tell me to sell. So I want to be in there before the arrow shows up. So I'm just going to go with the passive orders. I'm going to put the sell limits right above. Just like a madman. Now here's where the anger comes in. Start laying these orders in like this. These are anger drops. 1940. Who's not selling at 1940 today? What are you, nuts? Look at this shit. Yeah. Don't let your broker kick you out for placing orders. Okay. I think a couple market orders here. Selling at the market before the signal service. This is what I'm using, is this magical EMA crossover signal by Jason Robinson from JNR Trading in the UK. Allows you to enter 2 EMA periods, and it will then show you at which point they crossed over. It is more useful on shorter periods that get obscured by the bars, candlesticks, and when the zoom level in and out allows you. So I set this to 1 crosses the 2, the slower. It's very hypersensitive. But see, we sold before the signal here because we're that good. We're that good. We sense a crash coming into our receiving orders. This is where we absorb. Don't forget, this is the depends trade. Let's take absorption on these limit orders here. I stand in front of this bear. You know, that's for sicker or for worser, right? So we're married to this trade today. All right. We'll wait for that. We're short in the blue cloud. We're short on the 5-minute, probably gave us a sell signal up here, right? Could still be short on that. The 1 minute sell signal right there. You had to nail it. But we want to be in just before it, see where the ATR is small, and then here comes the signal. So typically, that breakout is the trigger point. This is the 1 minute small ATR, just like there really isn't. Here's the other one. Blue candles are down, white candles are up, blue cloud down. Okay, we're waiting again. Enough of the waiting. Okay, so we're about 45 seconds from a manufacturing report out of Britain. So we get some drama here, and the pound is trapped up, and they trapped a bunch of breakout people, a bunch of bulls up here at the very top. They took out the high of the previous day here, so if you sold up into that, you're up in that trade. making new highs here. Still looking to fill this big vacuum up here all the way to the floor. I'm sure that's about to happen. Okay, here comes the news in 5 seconds for the pound, and here comes the euro. See how the euro takes it. Take it hard on the chin here. Lose some teeth on this. Let's see, the pound, I guess is the one that's supposed to be affected, but I should see stuff happen over here. Go to the 5-minute pound. Oh, see a 5-minute pound. They like it. It's going up for the moment. But it doesn't mean anything for the euro here. Euro is still totally in the blue cloud right here. And we just got the signal service told us to sell on the 1 minute. So confirmation to sell there. Of course, it looks like it could go up. Go with 5 minute here. 5 minutes says support buy. So 1 hour. Okay, we'll just have to white knuckle it here. We're short. We're up $70. This has got to crush down on the 1 minute. It's got to stay blue here. We're testing support here on this 1 minute chart, right where the EMA said buy. We just took out the floor there. Looking for follow through to the downside. Up $90 on that. And yeah. That is the story. Gotta look for that to tank. Baby's gotta go down. News in 16 minutes on this euro dollar. I wonder if this is the floor. If this is the bottom that's becoming a top right now. It has to be happening here, but still in an uptrend. So this is either a trap or this is the floor. Here's the fair value inside floor right there. Seller should come in right there. 10 minutes to news, and I'm selling here on stops at fair value right in the middle of this 15-minute trap. Just fair value right in the middle. Just stuck there in the middle with you. News in 5 minutes, and I'm selling into the news. Up $180. It's better than a kick in the nuts. 5 seconds till news. Wait for a sell-off here in the euro dollar. Go either way, up or down. And the news is out. The EMA just told me to sell, but I'm already short. Okay, I'm using $700 a margin. Let's see what happens. News has been out for 4.5 minutes. I'm looking for an 18 pip sell-off here. Go below the 18. And so right here, I'm cashing out on the way to 18. Okay, I'm cashing out of stuff here as we trap people. That breakout. Got another 8 pips to go.